I completely forgot to change these cars, the MR2 and the FRS. I want to paint this car, not the house. So, picking up where I left off. I already took the grill off. You just gotta push those little tabs up a little bit and out of the way. Nothing special. The lip, however, has seen better days. I am not gonna repair that. There's no point. Even though the car rides higher than stock, it scrapes everywhere. So there's no point to me. Oh my god. That is bad. So I already did some sanding, and that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. Sand things down, make sure that everything is soft. There are no hard lines right here. I already sanded that down. I gotta get rid of this. Same thing on the inside a little bit. And tomorrow, hopefully, well, yeah, tomorrow I want to do the painting, and today I just want to do all the prep work, mask everything off, make sure it's ready. However, there is a problem, and it's right there. That crack in the paint is going to be a problem, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do just yet. If I chip this back and repaint it, you're going to see it. I don't know. I need a paint line. Maybe I can sand this back, but we'll see. I put down the paint line and it works. I'm just gonna open this up, sand around it, and I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. This is gonna be painted purple, so it doesn't matter all that much. That's my next step. Sadly, it's too cold and windy to paint. The FRS is gonna have to wait. That's not the only problem. Since I can't paint this car or work on it, I'm gonna focus on the MR2. However, I can't do that. I need to take this control arm off so I can weld the new one. This is uneven ground, so that's not gonna happen. We turn our attention to the trunk. There is nothing holding the side together. That is really bad. On the other side, there's only two nuts holding this together. Well, that's what it looks like at least. Broken from the inside. Plus, I gotta fix this. They both stripped out. This is gonna be a lot bigger job than I had anticipated because there's cracks everywhere. And I bought this because I thought this was all I needed. Now I'm having doubts. I mean, this side is fine. Oh, that one's cracking all the way around. Everywhere there was a little crack, I opened it up a little bit so I could put some epoxy through there. And then I dropped the bolt. I had it mocked up like this one, except this one's pretty solid, but that one is not. It fell through, which was actually a blessing in disguise. Now I can put something back here so it doesn't fall or break again. I went back to the store and purchased new nuts, new washers, and some grommets, along with the epoxy to cover up that massive hole And I got a phone call. So we are not working on the MR2. I need to drive the FRS tomorrow and it's still windy. Yeah, that happened. Which means we're back to paint, except I have to be really careful on what I do. There's the first coat of the candy base. A better look. Coat number 2. Almost complete coverage. Maybe one more will be necessary. 3 layers. Everything that needs to be covered is already covered, which means we move on to paint. Just gotta wait for this to dry. Coat number 1. Three coats in, and that is pretty close. I only needed 3 coats. Yeah, the citrus cleaner works really well. I have been out here for an hour and a half trying to replicate this color, and this is as close as I could get. It was a nightmare. You have no idea. That new quart of paint, yeah, that's almost gone. That's just how hard it is to replicate this candy purple. These have a little bit, but it's like, look, it's off. You could tell it's off. This has to be redone. Those are paint only. I still have to turn them around and do the other side. It's getting 2 coats of clear. That's all it needs. It's going to see rocks for the rest of its life, so it doesn't really matter. It was hard, but it'll be worth it. I covered the cracks on the wing with Gorilla. Just got to sand this down, and on this side, I don't know if I mentioned that I was mocking this up and I dropped this inside because it didn't have the nut. I had to cut a hole, I filled it in, it's watertight, it's perfect. Just got to sand it down, make a template. I got to weld the trunk as well. Yeah, this is going to be for next week. Look at my hands. In the last shot, I had just finished painting these and they had some clear, I believe. But this morning, that box was tipped over, these were on the floor, and they were damaged. So I had to redo everything. I don't know if it was the wind, because it was windy last night, or it could have been the cats. Doesn't matter. They're just about ready to be painted again. And my fingerprints are all over this. It's not perfect, you can see some stuff right there, but they're mud flaps. They're gonna get hit with rocks, dirt, and whatever else that's on the road. So they don't have to be perfect, they just gotta look good. I completely messed up on this side. But yeah, it looks really good. It's not a perfect match, but it's good enough. There you go. I love how you can see it level out. Two layers in, one more to go, I think. Pretty darn close. This should be the third and final coat, and I moved it to the sun so you can see a little bit better. Ah, I hit the wing. Damn it. Got me a little nervous. It's been 10 minutes and that is close. That's it. Pearl and Candy is some of the hardest paint to actually use, and I'm definitely not a professional. I didn't even clean, polish, or wax anything. It looks mostly uniform, and at least the car is somewhat matches now. I'm still divided on the wheels, whether I should get some new ones or just swap these out. I don't like how wide they are anymore, even though the car just never loses traction no matter how wet it is outside. It just takes it. When you can take turns at 110 without ever losing traction, that sort of, you get too confident, and that's sort of the problem. I now remember why I smoked out these taillights. I ran over a tire and sadly this got cracked as a result. There's also a ding on the door that you can't really see unless you actually look for it, but I definitely got to swap out the taillight. Should I match the wheels, get some new ones? I'm not exactly sure. We'll see what happens. I gotta do some welding. I gotta get the MR2 actually where it's supposed to be and not have it sliding the way it is right now. So all of next week is just gonna be welding.